One of my teachers opened up this course that I had been wanting to take for many, many years. So I registered, and my wife's living with me, and she also is very into these courses that I wanted to take. She was very interested in it. So I told her, yeah, just join in. It's on Zoom. There's like 100 people. Like, he won't even notice that you're there, and you just sit on the side. So we did the course, but for years after that, I remembered, like, I don't think me allowing my wife onto this, which was my idea, like not hers, into this course without me specifically paying is a genuine representation of who I want to be as a man, as a human, as a leader. It's not how I'd want my students to treat me. It doesn't sit right with me. Hey y'all, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a strategy to reverse engineer your karma so you can get breakthrough explosive results in your life, in your business, in your health, and whatever area of life you want to improve on, especially if you are feeling stuck, especially if you feel like you're doing the right things, but you're still not achieving the right result. This is going to be for you. And it's a tactic that I don't think really anybody is talking about, and probably that you've never heard of before. And this one technique will make you more money, give you more success, give you more peace of mind and happiness than pretty much any of the tactics out there. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Yamuna. I lived as a monk for 4 years in monasteries all over the world and dedicated my life to self-realization and service of the community. I then started Jivanam Ayurveda and Wellness, which was an holistic education company where we trained hundreds of people in body work and in India's ancient healing modalities. And then now, years later, I run Conscious Business Mastery, which is basically a coaching consulting agency for holistic coaches, thought leaders, course creators, etc., to scale their missions to 7+ figures and have amazing partnership and systems behind them. So let's jump in. I'm going to talk about reverse engineering your karma. And I'm going to start with a quote, which is, many people are eager to improve their circumstances, but they are not eager to improve themselves. I think many people forget, like, whatever you're experiencing right now is a direct result of actions, thoughts, words, things that you've done in the past. And so if you're experiencing frustration, pain, loss, things going wrong in your life, it is you harvesting the results of your past experiences. So as you sow, so shall you reap, right? It is a law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction in the universe. It's a law of karma, it's a law of physics. It is universal. And yet people forget that. They think that whatever they're experiencing now is just by chance, by luck, by circumstance, that they are a victim to their environment, their family lineage or the government, their body, or whatever it is. And it is a great way to not take responsibility and a great way to not grow. That's not my main point, though. It's just to begin to reflect, like, if you cheat, you must be cheated. If you lied, you must be lied to. If you stole, you must be stolen from. If you judge, you must be judged. And there's a really powerful book on this that's called As a Man Thinketh. So it's talking all about how thought is really shaping your reality and your results. So let me just read a paragraph from this, and then I'll get to my little tactic that I have. So it says, cause and effect is as absolute and undeviating in the hidden realm of thought as in the world of visible and material things. A noble and godlike character is not a thing of favor or chance, but is the natural result of continued effort and right thinking, the effect of long cherished association with godlike thoughts. An ignoble and bestial character, by the same process, is the result of the continued harboring of groveling thoughts. Man is made or unmade by himself. In the armory of thought, he forges the weapons by which he destroys himself. He also fashions the tools with which he builds for himself heavenly mansions of joy and strength and peace. By the right choice and true application of thought, man ascends to the divine perfection. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, he descends below the level of the beast. Between these two extremes are all the grades of character, and man is their maker and master. Okay, essentially communicating that there's nothing that's happening by chance, that even the realm of thought is just as potent as what you say and what you do. Okay, and how, if you have really great character and really great results in life, it is a result of really great thoughts. Okay, and high-level thoughts. And if you don't have great results and you're struggling, then it is a result of low-level thoughts and low-level character. Okay, so how do we change this, right? There's so many philosophers for so many thousands of years who have been trying to figure this out and who have spoken on this. And there's one potent quote from the Yoga Sutras that says, Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. So this is Sanskrit, and it basically means that yoga, or union, or transcendence, is about calming the fluctuations of the mind. Chitta vritti. So vritti means like fluctuation, and chitta means like the consciousness, the intellect, the mind. Now, why is this relevant? Because real gains, real breakthroughs, real innovation is made from a place of inspiration, joy, connectedness to reality. It is when you are aligned with nature and the universe. And because of that, you're able to perceive opportunity that is not usually perceivable, right? Everything that's ever been invented has come from the unconscious mind to the conscious mind, and from the conscious mind has been extracted from the natural resources around us, right? The computers that we're on, that was always available. The idea for that was always potential. The ingredients for it were always here, but someone had to conceive of it in their mind and think of the way to make that thing possible. And that can only happen, that sort of innovation can only happen when one's mind is peaceful and one is cognizing reality in a lucid way, and they're able to extract truth from reality, which is then seen in the form of innovation. And the mind can only be peaceful when the subtle fluctuations and disturbances and all the granular little things have been cleared away and removed. So that's why I read from this As a Man Thinketh. But now to the one exercise that is going to make you more money, more wealth, give you more peace of mind and clarity than really any other exercise that you can do. So what you're going to do is take out your phone and you're going to go down your list of contacts and find all the people in your phone book, in your Facebook, in your Instagram, wherever it is that your contacts congregate, and find all the people you've had micro or macro aggressions with. Find all the people that you had any misgiving, big or small, any lack of integrity with, any stickiness in the relationship at all. And you're going to right the wrong. So let me give you an example. One year, this was quite a while back, I just moved to a new location. So all my work was in person. So I had just basically lost all of my revenue streams because I moved and all my clients were in person. I was giving body work at the time. Because of that, I was like feeling this financial pressure. And at the same time, one of my teachers opened up this course that I had been wanting to take for many, many years. Because I was part of this organization that they were closely linked with and they knew me, they're like, yeah, come in, I'll give you a discount because you're from this community and you can register. So I registered and my wife's living with me. So, and she also is very into these yogic sciences and this course that I wanted to take. She was very interested in it. So I told her, yeah, just join in, it's on Zoom. There's like 100 people, like he won't even notice that you're there and you just sit on the side outside of the vision of the camera and we can do all this course and, things together. So we did the course and it was amazing and I learned so much from it. But for like years after that, I remembered like, man, I don't really think that was an integrity. Like, I don't think me allowing my wife onto this, which was my idea, like not hers, into this course without me specifically paying while I'm already coming out on a discount is a genuine representation of who I want to be as a man, as a human, as a leader. It's not how I'd want my students to treat me. And, it doesn't sit right with me. And it would come up in my thoughts, but then I would just ignore it. Then like 2 months later, it would just come up again, a slight thought, passing thought like, oh, remember that? And then I would just forget it. And it would just keep going. The amount of like little things happening like that for every human being on the conscious and especially in the unconscious, which comes up in your dreams and the way you operate and the stress that you have, anxiety that you have, the tensions that you hold in your body and your mind, it is all operating on the subtle level, even if you're not experiencing it on the conscious level. And so there's so many little fluctuations like this that are coming up. This whole exercise is so that any of the fluctuations that have come as far as interpersonal relationships or as far as wrongdoings, you have the ability to clear those. And so I called up this person as part of this exercise and I just said, hey, I feel embarrassed to share this, but I want to make something right. I came to your course years ago and I invited my wife for free and it didn't sit right with me. I don't think it was an integrity. And I want to pay you the full tuition, not even the discounted tuition for her and for me. And it was so amazing. Like this teacher was just like, oh my God, I didn't even know. Like, I'm so happy your wife got to come. Like, the more the merrier. I just want to get this knowledge out to as many people as possible. And there's very few people who I think can genuinely speak like that. But this teacher is really, really beautiful human and just genuinely meant it like from the core of their heart. And so I think what's important here is that you are ready to pay back whatever you have not paid for, and that you're actually willing to do good and take actual action, not just words, right? Like, I think that's really important, like that you can vote with your dollar and vote with your action rather than just calling back and saying, hey, I feel bad and I need to get this out of my heart. But rather, like, you're not doing this to be seen as good. You're not doing this to just end your own fluctuations of your mind, but rather from a genuine desire to do good and to be good and to just be a high integrity human. If there's a little to medium charge to it, right, when you go down your contact list, it'll probably be pretty obvious. You can run down your contacts list and go through the names, and any name that kind of sticks out of like, that person, for whatever reason, like think about, why does that name have some charge to it? I just did this exercise today, which is why I'm talking about it. Like I had it come up from a roommate in college. This roommate like had actually like stolen something from me, and their parents were paying the rent, and I was splitting the rent with them. So I didn't pay that amount of rent, and I essentially had their parents pay that amount of rent because the roommate had stolen that amount worth of things from me. And so in my mind, I thought, okay, this is like fair. Like this person stole $200 of things from me. Now I'm going to make their parents, because they're the one on the lease, pay that $200 from the split rent that we're usually split 50-50. And that was like my justification at the time. But I just like called up the parent today and I was like, well, the parent didn't do anything wrong to me, but it was like my way of getting back at the person. And of course I was like 18 years old, but like it came up in my mind, right? And if there's a lot of charge to the name that you see on that list, you might not be able to successfully execute this, right? You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're just coming from this like needy, codependent place of like wanting to right the wrong and feel better about yourself, when really like there's not really the space for that. But if there's a little bit of charge or no charge or like a medium charge, I would say go for it, right? It might be confronting or scary to do, but just do it. Like, believe me, it is worth it. And you can just align with who you say you are and know that like, as you grow in your business, in your life, like you will make mistakes. And as long as you trust in your ability to reflect and to try to make things right that you may have wronged, then you can really confidently and boldly go throughout life, just knowing that you're not going to be perfect and knowing that you can also have the integrity to right your wrongs. And so that'll allow you to make much bigger moves than if you're just trying to play safe and not hurt anybody, because you will hurt people for sure, unintentionally, 99% of the time, but that's just part of existence. And if you're scared to do that, you're going to end up hurting people anyway and not living a very bold life. At the minimum, at the worst. So anyways, this is the hack that I have. Go down the list, right the wrong, remove those tiny little grains of sand that are stuck in your brain and in your consciousness, right? You took $1 from grandma, like make that right. You ate a piece of pie from your employer without permission, like make that right. Whatever little transgression you can think of that wasn't fully in integrity with the principles that you hold sacred, trust your ability to make it right. Call those people, be prepared to actually take action, spend money, do the thing that you said you're going to do, and reverse the wrong, so you can reverse engineer your karma and therefore live with a peaceful life, be able to innovate, and be able to move boldly through the world, trusting in yourself, trusting in your goodness, trusting in your integrity, and go slay your mission. So that's all I got for you. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. I'm trying to grow this channel. I would appreciate it. So if you enjoyed this, that's all I got for you. Peace out. Go be an awesome human. Take care.